the outside. This has a beautiful cellophane glaze on the inside. What I'm going to do is use my hand like a cork. Okay? You don't have to use tongs to do this. If you want to dip a piece all one color, use tongs. But if you want to do it inside and outside, glaze first, wait a couple hours, and then this is going to have glaze all the way down to here, right? So I don't have to get too close to that rim. So what I'm going to do is to go in like this up to the rim, over that line, and then I'm going to pull it out. Okay, so this will have overlapped the line that I already had. You'll see I'm doing this turning thing just to try to keep that surface, the drips from going weird on.
That is confusing.
It's amusing. Gotta have fun.
It's like I'm fun.
All right, see a big difference in color here. Now, this is dry enough to handle, okay? And at this point, you can start to see the little flaws and things that are on it. So Air asked about those tong marks. And the first thing I usually do is I rub them with my finger. And I found that one of these thin metal ribs, if you just gently scrape with one end of it, you can sort of get rid of some of these marks.
Hiccups while holding a camera is not great.
Huh?
I had the hiccups and I'm jumping the camera.
Okay, and then get rid of that. If you've accidentally gone through and you've gone down to the bisque wear again, you can use little drips along the edge, things like that, to fill in, and you can go back and do some of those things again. So it's your degree of precision and craftsmanship that will give you degrees of perfection. So let's see if we can find my palm marks.
Ooh, you said the horrible word.
Perfection?
Yes.
Okay, I tried to do a good job, but see, there's where my tongs were.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and there'll be one matching it on the outside slightly. So see, this glaze doesn't smooth out. On the depths, most clear, you won't see that at all.
Yeah, I noticed you left a smaller flow allowance on that one than you did on the red gold. Like,
Yeah,
space
the red
that
one,
little
the red one worries me.
So-
We get a lot of red pods stuck to shelves here.
This, the amount you leave at the bottom, how much space would you leave at the bottom here versus the one you put Celadon glaze on?
Celadon is the only one that I'll get dangerously close. All the other ones will run a little bit. Celadon hardly moves at all. And that's causes a problem when you're trying to do what we're doing here right now.
So you get away with like an 1/8 of an inch on the Celadon, but like standard 1/4 inch or more for.
Yeah. And you know, there's creative ways of doing the bottoms and stuff. And I'm going to show you lots of stuff later. But what I want you to do basically today is just to get into the first stages of glazing. Try it out. We'll get some results out of the kiln. And by the time all your good stuff is bisqued, you'll know what your glazes are doing, and you'll feel competent with it. So another thing that I'll quite often do is, you see sometimes there's these little bubbles on here. I'll rub them off with my finger. Those will show up particularly if you've trimmed. A really rough clay body will do it as well. I won't get to the whole example. You get the idea. So you'll notice that I haven't talked about wax resist once.
Yeah, I have.
Isn't that good?
Sure. How do we wipe the bottom?
With a sponge. So
It's easier
throw that in my
said than
bucket here.
Could you put a wax resist on the bottom?
You could, but why don't I advocate using wax resist on everything?
I don't know. I think it's a waste because the rims or bottom things is really easy to wipe.
One reason. What's another reason?
Just if you get it somewhere where you
Getting there.
want, please.
Getting there. What's another reason? An environmental reason.
But when it burns off.
You're burning hydrocarbons.
Could you
I know
use
people-
beeswax?
You can, but why burn stuff
Yeah.
when it's done?
Beeswax is not actually cleaner than
beeswax is sticky.
Everybody
Full of
uses
bee
it here
spit.
because it's organic. So.
I use it because we have a bunch, because my mom has hives.
Oh, Jesus. I did not mean to do
You
that.
killed it.
And that's why we move with
Forgive you for
very
you have
much
sinned.
care.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. Don't freak yourself
I'm just
out.
not paying attention.
It's okay.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
Sorry to
Chunks
ruin
over
the
there.
tutorial.
It's under the school.
No, it's all good.
It doesn't matter.
Hope you weren't proud of that.
So, wiping the bottoms. What I recommend is to do it over a bucket. You're left-handed, hold your pot up in your left hand. Hold it up high enough and just wipe this. If you rotate it on a damp sponge, it'll usually go up an eighth of an inch or so anyways. Okay? So that took how much time compared to applying a bunch of wax,
7 seconds.
letting it dry, going in and having to wipe it off anyways because the
It's
wax heats up,
beautiful.
right?
That's something on the inside of the bottom there.
If it didn't touch, a way to tell that is to hold something straight across there and just to see if it's going to touch. Okay? There's a certain theory about the more the surface is covered, the better the glaze fit will be. So that's another reason for foot rings, is it allows you to actually glaze underneath, and the only thing that you're not glazing is this little ring here. Okay? So once everything gets to that stage, and I knock some glaze off of there.
I heard my phone
So
ring.
if you knock a bit off, you just put some on.
Put some back on. Yeah.
Just give it some tender love and care.
Don't use a brush.
No?
This is better.
Really?
Yeah, I find that brushes make brush marks. I don't know.
They also do weird things with the coating. I just remember
It's hard to
some
with a brush.
things. It's really hard to get it even on.
So, I'm just going to put this over on here. Now, Shannon kindly cleaned all of these shells off for you. And remember, yellow is our color.
Yay,
Glazing, always
Shannon.
put things on the yellow cards. I'll have a little sign on here by the end of the day that says Greg's 250 class. But these, for this week, I'm going to put them in here. Next time, they're going to be out in the kiln room. The reason I'm doing this is because you're all going to be starting to do this today, and you don't want to run back and forth, everybody all at once.
Then
It's
we
kind
would
of-
bash into each other and then more.
And then I'll get sued, right?
Watch out for me.
Yeah, we're Nicole. She's out there. She's ready to break your thing.
I'll knock your
culprit.
stuff
Okay,
down.
and if the bottoms aren't wiped, if the glaze application is cracked and falling off, they won't go in the kiln. It's as simple as that. We need to, those kilns are worth 30 to 40 grand each, and we don't want to wreck them. $100 a shelf, it all adds up. So things need to be wiped down. I don't want too much glaze. If you're going to be doing some testing, get a hold of some of these. Probably somebody can even lend you a few if you want, because